Finding peace in chaos, a Zen path to deep sleep. That's what deep sleep becomes, not a place we fall into, but a state we return to, when we no longer resist the moment we're in, and when we meet that moment with calm, even just a breath of it, we begin to heal. How has your day truly been, dear fiends? If your heart feels called, you may gently share your thoughts in the comments below, not for answers, but simply to be seen and heard. But now, let this moment be a gentle pause, a sacred space just for you. Take a few deep, tender breaths, not to fix anything, but to return to yourself. Let your body soften, let your mind rest. Close your eyes, if that feels right, and slowly, allow the quiet to embrace you. The calm sounds, the still presence, and the timeless wisdom flowing gently through tonight's lessons. Here at Buddhism in You. 1. The nature of chaos. Why modern life destroys deep sleep. It started with a woman I once met after a talk on Zen and sleep. Her name was Rachel, mid-40s, mother of 2, working full-time, always tired. She smiled kindly, but her eyes were heavy, not just from a lack of rest, but from carrying too much for too long. She told me, softly, that she hadn't slept through the night in years. Every night, after the kids were in bed, the dishes done, emails checked, she would lie down, hoping sleep would come quickly. But her mind had other plans. Thoughts rushed in like traffic with no red lights. Things she said or didn't say. Deadlines, regrets, the weight of being everything for everyone. Her body was exhausted, but her mind wouldn't let go. Rachel's story isn't rare. It's almost the norm now, especially in modern American life. We live in a time where silence feels foreign, where stillness feels like guilt. We wake up scrolling, we go to bed worrying. In between, we push through meetings, hold in tears, and drink coffee to mask fatigue we never name. But here's what Zen teaches. The chaos isn't just around us, it's inside us. And that inner chaos isn't solved by trying harder. It's softened by letting go. I told Rachel about a small Zen practice. Not a grand meditation, just a breath, a deep, gentle breath, taken before lying down. And again, when the mind starts to wander. One breath. Not to stop the thoughts, but to remember that she is more than her thoughts. Just a breath to come back to now. She tried it that night, then the next. Slowly, her body remembered what it meant to feel safe. Slowly, sleep became less of a battle and more of a return. Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh said, "Feelings come and go like clouds in a windy sky. Conscious breathing is my anchor." For Rachel, and for so many of us, that anchor begins with a choice to stop running, to stop fixing, and to simply rest. Even when life is messy, even when it's loud, because the journey to deep sleep doesn't begin when the world calms down. It begins the moment we choose to be calm within it. 2. Returning to stillness. Zen as the medicine for the racing mind. A few weeks after I first met Rachel, she reached out again. Her voice was gentler this time, less rushed. She told me something had shifted. It wasn't that the chaos disappeared, her job was still demanding. Her kids still had meltdowns, and her inbox was still full. But she had found something small, something sacred, a space between the noise. She described one night in particular. It had been a hard day, her youngest had a fever, and her husband was away for work. By the time she crawled into bed, her chest was tight with worry. But then she remembered the breath, that simple return. So she sat up, placed both hands over her heart, and whispered to herself, "I am here." She breathed in slowly, then let it go. Again, and again, until the thoughts didn't vanish, but they softened. Until her body, once clenched like a fist, began to unfold. Zen doesn't ask us to force silence. It invites us to befriend the noise. The thoughts may still come, like waves crashing against the shore, but we can stop trying to fight them. We can learn to sit by the ocean of our mind and simply watch. Modern neuroscience now supports this ancient truth. When we slow the breath, we calm the vagus nerve, the part of our nervous system responsible for rest and recovery. Just a few minutes of mindful breathing can shift the brain from high alert to deep relaxation. This is not magic. This is biology. And yet, it feels like grace. Rachel started calling this her quiet pocket. Just 10 minutes before bed. No scrolling, no fixing, just presence. She created a tiny ritual, a warm tea, a candle, soft light, and her breath. Over time, her mind began to associate these moments with safety, with softness, with sleep. Zen Master Dogen once said, "If you can't find the truth where you are, where else do you expect to find it?" For Rachel, the truth wasn't in a perfect schedule or a silent house. It was in this quiet pocket of stillness, one she created within her own heart. That stillness, she told me, became her medicine, not to escape life, but to meet it with calm. And from that calm, sleep would come, not forced, but welcomed, like an old friend returning home. Three. Deep sleep is spiritual healing, letting go while the world keeps spinning. There's something sacred about the moment just before sleep, when the world outside begins to fade, and the world within becomes more vivid. For many, that moment feels like falling. For others, it feels like surrender. But for those on the Zen path, it is something else entirely, a quiet return. Rachel once told me, weeks after her practice began, that her nights had become a kind of temple. Not perfect, not silent, but sacred. She would still have hard days, unexpected stress, worries that crept in at dusk, but she stopped trying to carry it all into her sleep. She learned to set it down. That night, she said, she realized something deeper. Deep sleep wasn't just about rest. It was about release. It was about trust. Trusting that the world could keep spinning without her holding it all together. Trusting that the undone things could wait. Trusting that she was allowed to be at peace, even when life wasn't. Zen teaches us that the practice of letting go is not weakness, it's wisdom. It is not escape, it is return. As Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh reminded us, people usually consider walking on water or in thin air a miracle. But I think the real miracle is not to walk on water, but to walk on the earth. For Rachel, her miracle was learning how to lie down and let the earth hold her. From the lens of neuroscience, this surrender has a powerful effect. It tells your brain and body, you're safe now. You don't need to run. You don't need to fight. You are allowed to rest. And slowly, your parasympathetic nervous system, the one responsible for healing, digestion, and sleep, begins to turn on like soft evening lights. That's what deep sleep becomes, not a place we fall into, but a state we return to, when we no longer resist the moment we're in, and when we meet that moment with calm, even just a breath of it, we begin to heal. If you are still here, at the end of this video, here is your reward, a small, quiet gift. Regular practice will help you transform your own life for the better. If this story and this journey spoke to your heart tonight, we invite you to continue walking the Zen path with us. Subscribe to Buddhism in You, a space made for your inner peace, your growth, and your return to deep, healing sleep. And if you'd love to experience this peaceful state for longer, not just tonight, but every night, visit our playlist section. There, you'll find extended Zen sleep meditations and calming journeys lasting 1 to 3 hours or more, designed to play seamlessly so your rest is never interrupted. Or, if you're looking for shorter sessions around 15 to 30 minutes, we also offer many gentle videos like the one you're hearing now. There's always something here, just for you, in the quiet of the night. Your voice matters. Please share your thoughts, your feelings, your reflections in the comments below. Every word you offer helps this community grow and helps someone else find peace. Just like you, do not hesitate to give me suggestions so we can bring you more great spiritual products. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow night, here. Your Zen practice for tonight, a gentle release ritual for deep sleep. Tonight, before bed, sit or lie down in stillness. Place one hand on your chest, the other on your belly. Close your eyes. Breathe in through your nose, slowly, for a count of 4. Hold it softly for 2 seconds. Then exhale through your mouth, as if you're sighing out the day, for a count of 6. As you exhale, whisper silently in your mind, let go. Let go of what didn't get done. Let go of what they said. Let go of what you can't control. Repeat this breath cycle 7 times. With each breath, imagine laying down a heavy stone, one by one, until your body feels just a little lighter. This is your moment to be, to rest, to trust. The world will wait, but your peace, it begins now.